Today I'm going to review for you a Note 3. The Note 3 is, in my opinion, one of the most anticipated devices of 2013. I've been waiting for this device ever since the Galaxy S4 was initially announced and even released, and even when the device was initially, unpacked in Germany, and we got to see the device. I've basically been waiting for it. Finally, it came out on T-Mobile on the 2nd, I think, and then I picked it up from the store. Very, very, very happy with the device for the last few days I've been using it. Let's go ahead and dive in. And what we have here essentially is a 5.7-inch display running at a 1080p resolution. Very beautiful, very vibrant display running on this Note 3. And also we have here is the volume rocker on the left side. And then what we also have on the top part is a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack, microphone, IR blaster. And this is what you'd use to be able to control your television. The other thing on the other side, on the right side of the device, what we have is a power button, and basically clean otherwise, and then what looks like a small microphone on the bottom part of the screen itself, or bottom part of the side part of the device itself. And of course, let's not forget, the S Pen is housed on the bottom right side of the screen. Very nice, we'll put that back, we'll concentrate a little more. We have a bottom-facing speaker on this device as opposed to what we're normally used on the Note 2 and the Galaxy S4 as a back-facing speaker. It's not that bad, and the audio comes out pretty clean, just not as loud. Our USB 3.0 connector and our third and last microphone. The USB 3.0 cable is very nice and does end up helping us providing the speed and the charging capabilities to charge at a much higher rate. Other than that, it's pretty clean. We'll go ahead and take off the back. Overall, the back is actually still plastic. What we've noticed a lot of people say is that it says that it looks like leather. In reality, this is still plastic. It has that nice stitching on the sides, which is what the very nice difference from the Note 2. But overall, still plastic, still does the same thing. There's two connectors back there, but they don't really do anything on this stock case. We'll go ahead and look at the device on the back. We do have some connectors on the side, on the top, and that's, I assume, where the wireless charging is going to come in. You have your 13 megapixel shooter. This is where the camera goes in with the LED flash. You have your SIM card insert in there, and your memory card goes right on top of it. Overall, very nice, very neat, very snug as far as the form fitting, and it works very good. I went ahead and customized the device a little bit. I installed some of my application. The interface itself overall is pretty much the same. If you use the Galaxy S3, Note 2, Galaxy S4, TouchWiz pretty much looks the same. And I think that's one of the main things that Samsung's trying to drive. They want to make sure that the interface or the user experience stays the same across all their devices. Not to make it, look any different, but you wouldn't know it that if it's running Android 4.3 in the background without actually pulling down the notification panel. So if we go ahead and get into the notification panel, one finger down will bring down the normal notification panel. You'll notice you still have your toggles, they're still scrollable. You have your brightness set, and then on the top right is where you notice the 4.3 implementation of Jelly Bean. Is when you see the gear and the option. The two finger down bring down the toggles, and the one finger down brings down the normal notification panel. And then the other option that we have here is the one-handed function. This is Samsung's implementation of shrinking the size of the screen and making it functional for people with smaller hands or a one-handed operation. Back, what we have here essentially is the rest of the page, and that's air gestures, air view, air command. You have the motion controls, you have the palm motion options, the smart screen, and the increased screen sensitivity. A lot of these things came straight from the Galaxy S4 if you're used to it and if you've seen them. Very functional, very usable, overall very nice. One of the hidden features as far as the Galaxy Note 3 is it's under accessibility. It's called the Assistance menu. And a lot of the features that you'll see on this device are obviously very nice and make the device, either shrink the screen or do many things to it. This feature actually adds another button to your screen. It's a soft button interface to your device that enables you to bring down the notification panel, close it, be able to go home without actually having to touch any of the physical buttons on the screen. So if you ever have a damaged home screen button, or if you have any of the capacitive buttons not working, you can control everything. Bring the S Pen, I think in my opinion, the star of the show. We'll bring it up, we'll get rid of this little quick menu, and we'll talk a little bit about the pen. Overall, the pen itself is smaller, slightly more ergonomic than the Note 2. It fits in upside down, or actually right side up or upside down. There's no more configuration. If you bring it close enough to the display itself, you'll notice that there is the contact on the screen. This is using the Wacom type of display technology that enables the S Pen not to have any power built into it, but still be able to interface with the display and control everything. Overall, you still have the button on the middle part of the pen. If you bring it close enough to the screen and start looking at that little dot that's showing that there isn't a connection between the pen and the screen, and you'll be able to basically turn on the automatic menu that we brought out when we first brought the menu out. So let's bring it up real quick. We'll put that down close to the screen and holding the power, that little button, and we're going to double tap that, and then we'll get that little short menu. This menu is actually very nice because if you guys are familiar with the Note 2, when you're able to pull out the Note 2's pen, one of the main things is it bring in a helper page, which took over the entire screen and became kind of cumbersome. You don't have the ability of using what you're in. You have to kind of jump back to what you need to do, and then you just have to work it. So we brought it in, we took out the screen, we brought it back. You have the ability of using here, which is the action memo, the ability to be able to launch certain memos straight off the display itself. You have the options, of course, of going to Scrapbooker, which is the functionality that they added to this display to be able to put things in a scrapbook type of display option. ScreenWrite takes a screenshot of your screen and then you're able to write on it. S Finder, I think, is a very nice feature. It enables you to use a kind of universal search to the display or the device. Pen window is that function that they added to the Note 3 that enables you to create a small window, such as by drawing the box like this. You're able to get a list of short applications that you're able to run in small shrunken version or small size. And this one I'm running the calculator, and you can see it runs over your screen. You're still able to run your multi-display and it will work very nicely. I don't know if you guys could see it from the general overview when I was doing this. It's very nice. It's lighter, it's thinner. I like the backing. I appreciate obviously having the new backing. It looks like a notebook. I have to say, since I've had the device, and I've only had it for about maybe 5 days or so, I've had 3 people asking me what device this is and wanting to upgrade to it and wanting to get it. T-Mobile is the only carrier that has it as of today. I'm recording this over the weekend, so as far as I understand, Monday AT&T will be releasing their version of it, and even then the other carriers will have it following after that. It's very nice, it's very premium. I did test it out with the Samsung dock, so if you have the smart dock from Samsung, it works very nicely. The audio comes out very good. It does charge and it will power. I did check also as far as the MHL. I'm able to project MHL to TV with the audio, provided you're using the adapter for the Galaxy S4, the Galaxy S3, or the Note 2. So if you have an MHL adapter that worked with the from the S3 on, you're fine. It plugs into any of the standard MHL adapters that are on the market. It's a Samsung little, I think it's at the 5 to 11 pin converter, and then you're able to plug it in and everything works fine. Keep in mind you do need to have an original Samsung adapter connected to it. So for the Note, you do need the 2 amp adapter that comes with the Note to power it. Otherwise, you won't be able to get a very good signal. I was able to check out and try the USB thumb drive, a 64 gig thumb drive, and it worked very nice. Overall, the OTG capabilities on the Note 3 are similar to the Note 2, as well as the S4. So you're not going to be disappointed with this device. The screen is amazing. I cannot speak the amount of volumes that I appreciate this device and how long I've waited for it. I definitely appreciate the size, the form factor of the device. I do use the S Pen. The S Pen itself actually is very nice. I'm just going to say this, and I'm not sure a lot of people will like it. I find it a little bit hard to get the S Pen out. I think the initial lip that we had with the Note 2 last year was easier to get out, even though it was harder to put in since you had to kind of figure out which side of the phone you want to put it in. Overall, it works very nice. The speaker sound is not as strong as the Note 2, so that's a little bit of a con on my side. But I do find that since that's facing down, facing away from the device, not facing down, it does work better for me. I had a kind of a case scenario yesterday. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, I'm in the middle of getting ready for a marathon, and in the middle of my run, my Bluetooth headset's power died on me. So I ended up turning on the volume on my Note 2 and just basically using it like a portable boombox on the side and playing music. And the fact that the speaker was facing out as opposed to back in the case that I was carrying it made it possible for me to hear it better. So it will work, it will do what you need it to do. Overall, phone calls are very clear. Both sides are very happy with the way the device works. I do find that I get better reception with the Note 3 over some of the areas where I know I've had dead spots with the Note 2 or even with the Galaxy S4 when I had it. The Xperia had the same problem as well. Overall, very satisfied, very happy with the device. I don't have very much use of the Knox feature that comes built into it as far as for security. This is a personal device, so it doesn't really benefit me anymore as much as where it's publicized. As far as the IR blaster, very nice. I did test it out with the TV, and I tested it out with my cable provider, and it does work very nice. I also tested it out with the camera that I'm shooting with here. It's 60D, and I'm able to trigger the camera and take pictures with it. So it works very nice, and it's a nice addition and a nice thing to have on a device. Let me know what you think. Hope you guys like this review. And again, next week we'll see the second part of where we're going to go ahead and root and again use some of the main benefits of why people come to XDA and check out our forums. I'll see you guys next week.